Hi everyone. Before becoming a mom, I was always under the impression that your baby's gonna have colic or everything's gonna be fine. And turns out that is not the case. And it's also common knowledge that everything you eat will affect your breast milk. So let's dive a bit into that. In my pregnancy, I first came across the term evidence-based. Evidence-based birth, evidence-based pregnancy, evidence-based parenting, stuff like that. So what that basically means is that look for evidence in stuff that you've been told. There's a lot of information out there that they say, that they tell you. Sorry, I'm breastfeeding again, so he's decided to join the conversation. Hello, cutie pie. Hello, cutie pie. um, so, and there's a lot of like your grandmother's grandmother passed down advice and common knowledge apparently, but it's better to look at what the research and the science actually tells you. So yeah, Baba. um so with that being said, I am linking a resource down below. It's called Kelly Mom. This is now specifically as it relates to breastfeeding. The research on that website is all evidence-based, and specifically what I want to talk about is gas. So your baby having gas, and I think just accept the fact that your baby will have gas. So I'm not talking about colic. Colic is something different and something I luckily have not experienced with my baby. That is when they are just crying non-stop. You don't get any sleep essentially, and I don't wish that on anybody. And that obviously is not that every baby happens to, but most babies are going to have gas, and the reason for that is that their digestive systems are immature when they're born. Their bodies still need to learn how to process gas, and it's not fully developed, so that's going to take some time. So if you just think about it logically, it's going to be difficult for them to digest whatever milk they are busy consuming. So that doesn't mean don't burp your baby or whatever. I'm just saying don't kill yourself trying to find a solution. There are certain things you can give the baby or do for the baby to make it a little bit easier, and I'll have a separate video on that. But yeah, and so that leads me to your diet. If you are breastfeeding, research has shown that there is no link between what you eat and whether or not your baby will have gas if you're breastfeeding. So, I mean, if you think about it logically, what normally produces gas in you as an adult is the fiber in the food or the fermentation that happens in your stomach. But that happens in your stomach, or the fiber is passed through to your intestines. It does not go through to your blood, and your breast milk is made from your blood, so the baby is not going to have access to that. And also, every mom and baby combination is unique. So it's very difficult to make a blanket statement and say, if you eat broccoli, your baby is going to have gas. It's just simply not true. The science does not back that. So if, however, you do notice that there's consistently a reaction from your baby if you eat one specific thing, by all means, cut it out of your diet and see if that makes a difference. I've heard of women that live off of water basically to try and get their babies not to have gas from stuff that they eat, and then babies still have gas. And I mean, think about it logically also, formula fed babies also have gas, and no one's suggesting that the formula has gas producing nutrients or food in it. So yeah, just relax. It's not fun to see your baby struggle with gas, but it will pass. It will. Give it a couple of months. And then I did want to say that if your baby does seem to be fussing at the breast, it may not have anything to do with the food that you've eaten. It may just be that they do actually have a burp stuck that they need to get out. So I normally, if I notice that my baby's fussing, I will just pick him up over my shoulder, and just wait for him to give a nice little burp, and then when I put him back on the breast, he continues eating, no problem. I think the big thing with burping to remember is to stretch the body out so that there's path for the air to move out of the body. Yeah, so I think that's it from me today. I hope something of what I've said has been of value, and have a great day. We'll see you next time.